Studio, no, not stuff like that. Simple Notepad. And the advantage I've seen with Notepad is that because apart from the fact that you can save it with any file extension that you like, the other advantage is that if you are, let's say you are in a bus or you are in a vehicle and your client calls you that there's something wrong with their website, a particular page has a wrong color or content is not there, you can quickly bring out your phone. I'm talking about, I don't mean a high-end Android phone, something simple like, you know, the simplest Android you can get, the cheapest Android you can get, and you can log into the control panel of the website. And because it's a text file, web pages are simply text files that have HTML extensions. That's just the two parts. You can change things there immediately and save it on the go. So you don't have a messy situation that you have to wait till you get home and open your computer, then launch Visual Studio before you can make any changes. Very simple stuff. Okay, so having said that, um, let me start immediately. So what we want to do is lay the foundation for web pages, which is, I believe, um, as we all know, web pages like yahoo.com, that we see, the first page that you see when you go to a particular website is a web page, and it can link you to other web pages. So you can think of a collection of web pages as a website, and each of those web pages are created using a language called HTML. HTML. I hope, can we still hear me?
I can hear you. You are
Yes,
clear.
yes,
You are
you
clear.
are very, very audible.
Okay, thank you. Okay, all right, thank you. Okay, so I'll try and keep my speed. I'll try and keep my speed not too fast so that we'll get everything. So um sorry, one more thing I wanted to ask, if there's anyone who can launch their PowerPoint and maybe help us record this. I'm My PowerPoint is still trying to load. Maybe I should have opened it before I opened Google Meet,
I'm
but
already
it's
recording.
all good.
I'm already
Okay,
recording.
okay, excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma. All right. So, um, yeah. What was I saying? Okay, so each web page is created using HTML. HTML is simply an acronym for um, hypertext. The H is hyper, the T is text, M is markup, and then the L is language. Okay, hypertext markup language. All right, so I don't want to go into details about the history and who created it, but one thing I would just like to say at this point is that it's an American invention. And because it's an American invention, we have to bear with the American spellings. And if this background is understood, we will not have issues. And I will explain to you why I said we will not have issues. Um, HTML is case insensitive. And what that means is that uppercase letters, lowercase letters don't matter to it. All right. Now,
I'm still alive.
Yeah, I stopped hearing you, Charles.
okay, sorry. Can you guys still hear me?
We can.
I
Yeah,
lost
back.
my internet connection for a bit.
Okay, you're just back now.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, all right. Yeah. Okay. So I was saying that HTML is not case sensitive. That means whether you use uppercase or lowercase, it's still the same thing. All right. But where HTML is sensitive is the in the should I say the semantics. So when you form a word, the spellings matter. So for instance, if I instead of HTML I go and do HMTL, that's where there will be problem. Okay, so that's why I said American spellings are um, encouraged, and not just American spellings, but even the correct spelling of the word, whether it's an English word spelled in an American way or not. Okay, so I'm going to start with the very first thing. So you can see it's a markup language. Markup is signified by this greater than and less than sign on your computer keyboard. Very simple. Okay, and I think that's why HTML is popular too. Its simplicity. So you can see, I hope everybody's computer has this. That's why I like using Notepad. Everybody's computer has Notepad, as long as it's a Windows computer. If you are using an iOS computer, you have there's a program called TextEdit. However, I don't know if we have any iOS users on this call, on this meeting, but I've not somehow been able to find my way around saving a file we're using TextEdit, using a different extension. Maybe Apple iMac users will be able to educate us more better. But for now, I favor using a Windows PC. And Windows PC, I mean a computer that has Windows installed on it. So yeah, so for simplicity, just use Notepad, open it, create a new file, and start typing. That's all. We usually start with the less than sign, and then the tag, the element name, and then greater than. That's how usual tags look. Now, there are two groups of tags, okay, and I'll start with HTML. We have to start with HTML. Is the topmost level of all the tags. So I was trying to say something that there are two groups of tags. The container tags. Please just let me know if I'm fast. Maybe let me see if I can look out in the chat. Um, okay, I can't. Okay, I can see the chat section. Let me just keep it open in case. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Mama Ramsey, yeah. Of course, you're an iOS user. I think you have also developed for iOS, and that's a good thing. Um, being able to develop for different operating systems. Okay, so maybe you tell us later how we can save um, text edit files as .html, but I find it very easy to do with Windows PC. Okay, so HTML is the topmost tag, and if you notice, there's a closing tag that has this forward slash in it. This is how it has to look. Okay, so take note, no spaces in between or before the name of the tag. Just as simple as this, you are good to go. So I said that there are two groups of tags. There are the container tags, and the container tags are the ones like this one that have a separate opening tag and a separate closing tag. Okay. Now, the other group of tags, we'll get to see them. They are, well, they call them empty tags, I think. Empty tags, which they have one whole tag for both opening and closing. They don't have two separate tags. We'll see some examples soon. But for now, we have more container tags. Now, if you notice what I did, I went in between the HTML opening and closing tags, and I hit my space bar once. And that just helps us to, or twice rather, maybe twice or thrice, it helps us to create a kind of hierarchy. By hierarchy, I mean you can tell which one is inside which. Okay, so we'll build a page right now, but I want us to start small with the first two tags. So I'll go into the next one, and okay, so typically your web pages have what do you call it, a head and a body. So in between the two HTML tags, I will have my head tag and my body tag. So don't worry, we'll put stuff in between. So you can see now, without being told, that the head tag is a what? A container tag. Okay. Okay. So yes, I want to know if we have entry level people here, or if we're already well versed with these things, so that I know the pace at which I'm to go. So if you could unmute your mics and just let me know, I'll appreciate it. If you feel that um
Oh, your keyboard, your backslash. It's pressed down. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yes. Sorry. So yes. So if you are
It's pressed down again.
again, yeah. I think that key is a bit
Okay.
faulty.
So
Okay.
let me just
So
come in here.
yes.
So let me just chip in here. So I was just wondering if this is a very good starting point, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, just so that you know
Okay.
everyone is taken along and carried along. I don't know if it is too, if we already are
Mm-hmm.
familiar with this, or Charles can just take it up
Okay.
higher. So, Afolabi, do you think this is, we are on a good pace? Kazim, are we on a good pace? Tohib and Kent, are we on a good pace?
For me, the pace is okay. It's not speeding too much.
Okay.
It's just very okay. And in fact, if you can even go faster than this, a lot of us we've gone through all this, but we want to see something, new.
Hmm.
Do you understand? We want you to go faster. I want to believe a lot of us that even though at the early stage of software design and
Yeah.
maybe you should go even faster. I want you to go faster if it's okay with everybody.
Okay.
No, sorry, I don't think going faster will be of any help. The pace as he's going currently is okay. So I think it's sweet.
All right.
Following along, yeah.
Okay. Okay. It's okay then. It's okay.
Okay. What about Tohib? Are you cool? Or we should take it?
I'm okay. I'm okay with this space.
Okay.
If
Kent.
you go faster, if you go slower, if you go normal.
Oh, okay. We are talking
Yeah.
about the.
Someone to work.
Sorry, Kent. I didn't get that.
One of that. Yeah. Works for me too. She got this place.
Okay. 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 All right.
Same.
I just want that we have everybody's involvement, so it will be more interactive. Okay, Charles, you can you can keep it up there. I'm sure it will serve as a reminder
Okay.
for Afolabi as well.
Okay.
So
All right. So we have a mix, right?
yes.
I'm thinking that we have yes, Sonda who okay, even though we have more that are experienced, a bit experienced users. Okay, that's fine. All right. I'll try and see how I can go so that everybody is is in the know and can appreciate it. All right, so I'll just move ahead. So, like I said, this is a container tag, and just for hierarchy's sake, I would, keep it that way. Okay, so usually, my emphasis is usually on the side that has to do with programming, which is um, JavaScript. Okay, so I'm sure by now all of most people on this call know that HTML is basically not a programming language. It's a yes, programmers know it, but it's not a programming language in a full sense because it's mostly for presentation. So that's why it's the front end. Once you come to a website, it's what you see that's happening in your browser. The front end is your browser. Okay, so that's everything that's either on your phone, on your computer. What you see there that's showing on your browser is your front end. The back end, what happens on the server when maybe you've submitted a form and all that, that is another ball game altogether. Which most maybe something like Node.js tries to bring it, make it like one whole package. But what I usually do is that I go into JavaScript and I focus on JavaScript. Maybe that would be what I'll do here too at a point. But for the meantime, let me just say something about um, the arrangement. So if you notice something, the head opens, the head closes before the body opens and before the body closes. Okay, so the implication now is that head, you can't have head, no, you can't have the opening inside head. It's not possible because think about it, how your head and your body is. Your head is a separate entity from your body. However, both of them are nested nicely between the HTML tags. Okay, And the reason is this: if you if you scatter it, your web page would act funny and may not even come out well. So let me now go into the head and quickly put up a title. Sorry about that. And then right there. Okay, so the title tag is what shows you the title of the page. My page, I'll just put that there for us to see. Okay, so you can see all the tags we've been seeing so far are what? Container tags. Don't forget that a container tag is one that has a separate opening tag and has a separate closing tag marked by the, what do you call it? The /. All right. So maybe I'll just show you one tag that's not a container tag. I'll just for our practice, since we have I know that we have entry level people here, but I don't usually like to go straight to image. So you can see that all the tags we have been using look similar, right? Less than, the name of the element, and greater than. Now for this image tag, this is how it basically looks. Okay, so like I said, it's not it doesn't have a separate opening tag and a separate closing tag. Everything is all in one line. All we now need to do is to specify some attributes that will help us have an image actually showing them. Okay, so for now, I've not created any image, so I'll just keep this open. I'll just keep it open. Sorry, I'm trying to get. Okay, so I think my that button is acting up. But anyways, what usually happens is that we specify.
You can use your on-screen keyboard.
Yes, yeah, that's exactly what I want to launch now.
Okay, good.
Okay, so yes, so I have that. Okay, and then okay. Now, if you notice, you are free to use either the single quotes or the double quotes, but I usually like to use the double quotes for attributes. Attributes are simply what give more information about that tag. So for instance, the src attribute is for the image that says this is where the image can be, the source of the image. Src is short for source. So if you look at it very well, SOURCE for the source of the image. Okay, but again, because it's an attribute and we have to follow the spelling in the language, we shorten it to src, but that's just for you to be able to remember. All right, so the actual image will be here, but we'll come to that in a bit. Okay, so let me go to JavaScript, which maybe most of us will appreciate. All right, so for the programming part, the programming language part of your web page, like I said, HTML is a presentation language. Okay, so no offense to those who have always believed that HTML is a programming language. If we want to, we can debate about it, but maybe not now. But the truth is this: for something to be a programming language, it needs to be able to be executed, and some form of manipulation, and HTML is basically interpreted by your browser. Your browser just takes in all these things we're typing and makes sense out of it, translates, and makes us see something, colors, text, and all that. But JavaScript doesn't just show like that, but its effect is felt, is seen in the web page. So where do we put all our JavaScript? We do that in between the script tags. And the script tags can be anywhere in the head area. If you notice my example now, I'm putting it in the head area. And it can also be in the body area. Now, where are the places you cannot find the scripts? Number one, you cannot find script tags in between ing, it's not possible. You can even see ing doesn't have a separate opening tab and a separate closing, and you see what I mean very soon.